Good evening, all.
Good evening, ma'am.
Mm, Good evening. So, the slide is visible, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. So we are in our second and last session of international business, though there are, many things to be discussed on this topic. That is, what is international business? How can, a local business or a local organization which is operating within country borders, what are the ways, what are the strategical ways, like they can become international businesses. And so what are the advantages of like going internationally to become an like international company or a global business company? And what are the challenges the companies, the organizations may face when they are planning to go internationally? And how to overcome the challenges? And about the different the business strategies, or the different the different ways, like how businesses function in global locations. So we were like discussing about that in our last session. So let me take you, to a quick recap of like what we actually went through. So we started off with what is international business. So in simple concepts, it is the exchange of goods and services, or the exchange of the resources, or the tangible goods, the intangible goods. So tangible goods, all those physically available goods, and intangible goods, it's like the service, or the knowledge, the information, the technology, and the entertainment part. So all these comes under intangible goods. So the exchange of all the goods, tangible and intangible, and the exchange of resources, exchange of money, and the skills, and exchange of people. People, like going from here to, staying in a particular location in the home country and working for an international company. So that also comes under like international business. So when you can be sure that like this is an international business, this company has an international business. So whenever these things are exchanged, and other than that, when the company decides to include, like go for diversification of their employee group, that is, like uh, acquiring talents, acquiring employees from different locations of the world other than their home country. So whenever that is happening, the international business is happening, because when these employees are being paid by like through salaries, or by the contract money or whatever, so it has to go through the exchange, the international exchange. It has to go through. So whenever that is happening, so that is the international business, like that's where the international business is happening. So transactions, whatever it is, that are carried out across national borders to satisfy the objectives of individuals and the organizations, or international business. So when it comes to trade, when it comes to the actual trade, where imports, exports are happening. Okay, so the trade actually is happening. Exchange of commodities is happening. So when it becomes an internationalist, when the local market is taken to international markets, and when we are welcoming international markets to our local markets, then their international business is happening. And we saw there is no limitation actually. We cannot say that international businesses can happen only between private companies, or only between uh, those special organizations. Not like that. So between private and government, between private and another private company, between one government and another government, and between a government and another, an international uh, like the service bodies, the service organizations, like United Nations and ILO, International Labor Organization, or UNO, whatever it is. No, even those international organizations, the exchange of information, exchange of like all other tangible and intangible aspects, factors. So that is also considered as international business. So two more countries, when this is happening, when logistics is happening between them, investments are happening. Even if you're an individual, if you're investing in like some foreign bonds, like other than your other than the bonds in your home country, if you're investing in foreign bonds, or you're investing in foreign exchange or in foreign currency, so that is also like considered as international business. Transportation, of course, like wherever there is a transportation happening between cross borders, so the business is happening there, because like if you cross a border, like you have to pay in their own currency when you like go to another country through any means of transportation, through train, through rail, or through sea, or through like air mode, whatever, whichever mode you're taking up the transportation. So when you go to the other country other than your home country, so you have to exchange the money, in their own currency. You cannot use your home currency. So that is also international business happening. Then we saw what is the nature of the international business. Accurate information and timely information has to be passed on between these two entities, whether it could be two different organizations in different international locations, or it could be between an organization and an individual, or it could be between two individuals. So whatever it is, so accurate information with related to the commodity or with related to the tangible or intangible goods. So that should be, like passed between them, and it should be timely as well. And then depending on the size of the international business, uh, there are no like multinational companies, global companies, there are international companies. So we know what is the difference, right? Like global companies in the sense, they will not make any foreign direct investment. They don't go for any foreign direct investment. The global companies, they operate in their home country, but will be having other sources to sell their products, to market their products, no, in other countries. So those are global companies. And international companies, they do make foreign direct investments. So that is the difference between these two. And the multinational companies, yes, of course, multinational companies will use the host country's resources. For example, the multinational companies, who are operating in India, like those IT companies like IBM, and like Microsoft, and we have many multinational companies, right? So what they will do is they will not only do the foreign direct investment here in our country. For them, our country is the host country, and not only doing foreign direct investment, but they will make use of the resources here. They will make use of the labor. They will make use of the the other subsidies, no, whichever they get from here, the other resources like land, building, water, electricity, everything. So they will make use of the resources here, and they will provide employment to the local community. So that is the aspect of multinational companies. So the size of the international business, it matters. Sometimes this international business could be run by a single individual. For example, either you or I. Okay, so if you're planning to sell our product or services to someone outside our country's location. So when that information is being shared and the money is being transferred, so that also comes under international business. So there is no specific size. Okay, definitely doesn't have to be like something much bigger. So it could be a business run by an individual, or it could be run by an international company. Then comes the market segmentation. When it comes to international business, segmenting the market is very difficult, because you have to first start with planning the product or service according to the host country's demands, because not all the customers all over the world will be demanding, expecting the same kind of product or service. So depending on their company, on their country's culture, depending on their country's environment or the political system, or the religious beliefs whatsoever. So each country's customers, consumers will be having different demands. So accordingly, you have to segment the market, and you have to plan your business accordingly. Then international markets have more potential than the domestic markets, of course, yes. And especially when you're going through online, if you're planning to sell your product to international markets, and if you're going through online marketing channel, so it would reach to all the internet it would reach the international customers. Imagine selling your product through Amazon. So Amazon is almost operating in all the countries, no, almost all the countries, right? Especially the western countries, they are operating. So yes, it could be easy, it will be easy for you to go international. So they have more potential than domestic markets. So scope of IB, that is there and all know it is quite possible uh, in foreign exchange, while following global HR thing, while going for international marketing, and while going for international investments in finance. We have no heard about international banks giving foreign aids, no, for developing the infrastructure in our home country. So there, the finance and investment, international finance and investment is happening. The World Bank has donated, or has loaned. Okay, so a big money, huge lot of money, like for developing the country's economy, for improving its infrastructure and everything. Not only in India, but you take almost all the developing countries, it's happening there. So even FDIs, foreign direct investments, so all this comes under international finance and investment. So international marketing, you know very well. So before position your product, first you have to position your brand, no, in the international markets. So first, a brand awareness has to come among the consumers, customers who are located internationally. And then after knowing the brand, after giving them the awareness about your brand, then you have to launch your product and service. So before launching your product, the international marketing to promote your brand, to position your brand, so that has to be carried out. Then comes the foreign exchange. So whenever the exchange is happening between two businesses or between two individuals who are at different global locations, so foreign exchange will be happening. And any individual or a company or agency, sometimes even government, the government also invest in foreign exchange market, forex. Okay, so there, the scope is more. And global HR, when the company acquires talents from different locations from the globe. So global, through global HR, international business is possible. So coming to the features of the international business, large scale operations, because sending the money or transferring or trading the money or the goods or intangible services, whatever it is, it's not an easy thing. It has to go through various aspects, like through different banks, through your home country bank, and then to the host country bank, and then through the our country's RBI, and the host countries their centralized bank or the federal bank or whatever they have in their country, like the monitoring bodies. So it has to go through all these factors, no, before it reaches the final, the client or the customer. So the operations are large scale, and wherever the exchange is happening, international integration of economies is also happen. Yeah, that we discussed. This means, no, if you're closely trading with any of the European countries, say no, we are closely trading with Italy. So if Italy's economy is growing, obviously India's economy will be growing, and vice versa. If our economy is growing, the Italian economy will also be growing. Then it is dominated by developed countries and MNCs. That is the one, the what do you say, the negative effect there, because almost the international businesses have been, uh, what do you say, it has been established, or the outsourcing, everything has been already done by the developed countries. So all the international markets have already been covered by the developed countries. So for developing countries or underdeveloped countries, it's going to be a great challenge, because they are yet to prove, no, their economical status. So it's going to be a challenge. And benefits to participating countries also. So because integration of economies is happening, and keen competition will rise. For example, if say US is no making huge a large number of outsourcing to India, so obviously, no, our neighboring countries will also be into, no, competition, right, with us, because they too want their economy to develop. They too want their people to, develop. They too want, their country's unemployment problem to be solved. So keen competition will be there to acquire the client or to acquire the resources. And there is always a special role for science and technology. Whatever your, your business is doing, whether it's a product or it's a service or technology, whatever it is. So world, the customers, the consumers, the market in international locations, they always welcomes, no, innovative things, something different from the older one, because, no, the market is very dynamic and it keeps on changing. It's very volatile. Customers, consumers demand, no, it keeps on changing, every day, almost every day the demand, no, it keeps on changing. They want something new, any product, no, after a month's time, after, no, a week's time, no, it becomes old, no, it becomes bored for these customers. So they want something new, they want something innovative. So The product, whether it's tangible or intangible, if it has some innovative thing in it, uh, using any science or technology or whatever, so it always wins in international markets. Then limitations or international restrictions. It's not easy to make international trade with all the world economy. There are some restrictions in few countries. Uh, it may be because of no like political reasons, or it may be because of geographical reasons. You cannot know like trade everything with every country in the world. Geographical reasons may be like because uh, they are not easily accessible through sea route or through like air mode of this thing. It's not easily accessible. Those kind of locations are still there, no, like in the world. So it's difficult, no, to have economical ties with those countries. And few countries will be like very high altitude. A few locations will be in high altitude, and it will be logistically difficult to reach those locations, to like take your products to those locations. So and few countries will be having strict economical or political or religious policies. They just don't allow to have economical ties with some specific countries. So no, like that may be the reason. For example, take India and China. So though many exchanges are happening between these two countries, still no, like there is strict restrictions on few things because of political reason, actually. Because of the unsettling diplomatic relationships between these two countries, there is always some restriction. So international restrictions may happen in international businesses. So now we will see about the importance, why it is so important to have to go for international thing. Why you have to take your business to in an international level, or even if you're an individual, why you need to go like international. The country will gain more foreign exchange. So obviously, when the exchange is more, whichever country you take, when there is a high foreign exchange, that is, the money is being exchanged, the spending is more. Wherever the spending is more, uh, there automatically the economy rises. Okay, so exchange of earn of foreign exchange will happen, so that no it increases the economy of the country. And optimum utilization of resources is possible. For example, uh, here we don't have no like enough resource of copper. We were having actually in a remote city in South India. So we were we were having a company, or no like a manufacturing processing company, where copper was processed, manufactured, like, but not manufacturing, processed. Actually the copper ore was like taken, and it was being processed there. But due to many geographical and political reasons, the localites, no, they were they forced the company to close down their operations. So now, because the only one resource which we have, which we had to to manufacture, to process the copper, uh, we have shut down the operations. So because of the strong opposition from the localites, the local people, and because of few political parties intervention as well. But now we are importing the copper from China. China is a very good, the resource for copper. So we are now importing from China. We are paying huge amount for it. So optimum utilization of resource is possible, because if you are not getting a particular resource in your home country, but you need it for your business, you can very well get it from outside the country. Even if it is a human resource, if you don't have enough talents, you don't find talents in your own country, you can very well hire them from other global locations. So optimum utilization of resources, that will happen, and achieve its objectives. So international business is all about the maximum trade, maximum transaction happening between two economies, right? So objectives, a country's objective is to increase the trade and earn more foreign exchange. So objectives will be met. To spread business risk, because your business and other foreign business will be into no like a merger, or you be into no like collaboration with each other. So whatever the business risk is happening, it would be equally shared between, or no like depending on the percentage of investment, it will be shared between both the businesses, right? So business risk, no, it will be no like easily spread equally, no like distributed, no, shared among these companies. And to improve organization's efficiency, you can very well see any company, any organization which has international business ties, the efficiency, the operational efficiency will be very much high, because no, they automatically know like take up the foreign companies or the foreign talents, the working style, the technology, whatever they use, the business operations, the strategy, whatever they use there, obviously no, it comes to our home country. So the efficiency obviously increases. And get benefits from the government for all the FDIs, no, foreign direct investments, whether it is the technology, big technology companies like IBM or Microsoft, or whatever it is. So when they have FDI here in our country, they get subsidies from the government, and especially when they are operating in a industrial zone. Okay, so industrial zone, which is no like actually given by the government, the state government or the central government. So when they operate from there, they get good subsidies, like sometimes discount in the electricity, or no, like a discount in the water charges, and a discount in the, the whatever benefits they get, no, from the local amenities. So they get subsidies from the government. Expand and diversity. Your organization, it expands. uh, that is a part of no like that one of the expansion strategies actually. So how a business can expand, they can expand their product line, introduce more products along with their original product, or they can go for many sub brands along with their original brand. So that is also no like diversification, that is also expansion. Or they could no like start investing in more businesses, they can get merged with other businesses, they can acquire another smaller businesses, and they can add more employees to their firm, they can like expand their operations, and they can expand their capacity. Okay, so they were working in a small confined location, but they have extended their capacity. They have multiple offices in different cities or different countries. So these are the ways no a business can expand, and going internationally, that is also a part of expansion and diversification. And increase competitive capacity. So obviously, when you're going globally, competition is more, competition is high. When you're in local market, you very well know the competitors available in the local market. You know the local competitors. You know their strategies. You know how they will operate. And it's easy to analyze them. It's easy to do a SWOT analysis on them. We can easily get to know their strengths, their weaknesses, their opportunities, and their threats, the threats what they are facing, which is advantageous to us. So when you're competing with local competitors, it's easy for you to manage, it's easy for you to understand, it's easy for you to formulate the policies, make out the strategic plans. Everything is easy because you know their pulse, because you're one among them. But when you go internationally, it's not that easy. There is a high risk as well as no. It requires a lot of like understanding. It requires lot of knowledge. It requires lot of information gathering to know like understand the international competitors for your company, and thereby increasing the competitive capacity of your company. If you want to compete with international companies, you have to think internationally, you have to process internationally. So obviously, the competitive capacity will increase. So going international, how you know you can go international? This we have already discussed. So I don't think no like I have to explain too much, but I'll give you a small glimpse. So first, analyze if your company or you as an individual business owner, if you're planning to go international, first analyze whether there is an international demand for your product. If yes, proceed to the next step. Or if the answer is no, stay domestic. So don't take risk by going international. Then, if it is yes, you have to see whether the product which you already have, which you're already planning to launch internationally, whether it can be modified, a change can be implemented to fit the foreign market. So, if it is no, stay domestic. If it is yes, go to the next level, which is understanding the foreign business climate, their political system, their like the economical policies, their government policies, the likes and dislikes of their people, that country's people and the customers. How do they know, like, see an international brand in their point of view? How do they receive it? So the foreign business, what are the who are the competitors in those foreign markets? How their product is different from your product? So you have to understand the foreign business climate. And if that climate is going to suit you, if it is going to be, like something um, which you see, you can manage, then go to the next level. If no, stay local. So if yes, go to the next stage, which is like what are the ways to like launch your brand, position your brand, how to do the marketing, and what are the skills and knowledge you require. So acquire the information, collect the feedback from the markets over there, from the channels, marketing channels over there, from the customers over there. So you try to collect the all the information. So once all the info, that is the data, is collected, the data you convert it to information, and the information shared with all the stakeholders. Then go with strategy, and then planning, and then go with designing, developing your product, do the marketing, do the positioning of your brand. So once a brand awareness is created, then slowly launch your product or the service. So this is how you can go your business, it can go international. So there are various entry strategies. Exporting, what is an exporting? It could be either the direct exporting or indirect exporting. So direct exporting, you directly export to a agency, or like to a distributor who is in the foreign location. So what happens is your product will be sold in the foreign country in your own brand name. Okay, so that is direct exporting. So you yourself are exporting your product. That is, your business is directly exporting your product to the market in the foreign country. Indirect export is no happens when you export the product to another business entity in the foreign market. They buy it from you, and they change the brand name if required, or they change the features of the product if required, and they will sell it in their local market under their name. So that is indirect export. Then comes the licensing part. You cannot get into agreement with no any of the foreign brand or foreign company, and you can exchange the resources between your company and the foreign company. So with an agreement, and this agreement may last for it's like a bit, maybe for a contract period, like to 1 year or 2 years or 5 years or 10 years. It means you both have agreed to do business with each other for the next 5 years or for the next 10 years, ready to know, like you both are ready to share the resources between you two. Then through patent or trademark, through copyright, acquiring copyright or acquiring trademark, or like acquiring the technology of a foreign business, you can go internationally. And production processes, sometimes you can acquire their production process. For example, we have very well known about the JIT, right? JIT means just in time. So this concept was originally developed and implemented in TPS, Toyota Production System in Japan. That's where it all started, the JIT concept. So it's all about like asking your making your suppliers to supply the required products, raw materials or components just before the production starts at your manufacturing location. This is to avoid the unnecessary storage, unnecessary warehousing, which save you a lot of money. So just-in-time concept was developed by the Toyota in Japan. But this concept, like it showed a very good success. It was like it helped a lot to the company by like saving the money and like saving the resources, saving the energy, and it made a big like a big something so big advantages for the Toyota company. So this idea was like it went to European markets because European engineers used to know like come to Japan to study about their way of working, their process and everything. So this concept, it was quickly adapted by the European engineers, and when they went back, when they went back to their own country, so they started implementing this, and slowly it went to like other developed countries as well. But now almost most of the international businesses, multinational companies who are into processing or warehousing follow this concept of JIT. So production processes sometimes that could be adopted, okay, by another company, maybe with rights or sometimes without rights, but still it is an entry strategy to international business. And product, the adoption of like the product. So that is also an entry strategy. Then coming the license fee, by using their product, no, you give them a license free. You get the license from them. You promote their product in the local market, and you pay the license fee for that. So through these licensing strategies, you can do an international business. Then comes the franchising. Franchising, like you can see all the international brands around you, the Pizza Hut or the KFC, especially the these what do you say, the food manufacturing or food processing brands, no. So all or no franchisee brands, the McDonald's and many brands now have come up, right? So all these are franchising. You take up the franchisee, you pay the franchisee fee to them, and sell their products, not your products. You're selling their products in the local market. So no, you are into international business. But what is the difference between licensing and franchising? While you're taking up the franchisee, the decision making will be with the parent company. If you're taking a KFC franchisee, you want to implement something new into the product line, or the way your the outlet looks like. So the decision making is not in your hand. You have to get approval from the KFC's corporate office, which is operating in India or which is operating in US or wherever they are located. So decision making will be taken only by the parent company. So a person who has taken up the franchisee cannot make a decision. Okay, they can only use the the logo design, the patent, right? So that they can use it, but decision making is not with them. But if you're taking a license, if you have acquired the license of the foreign company, the decision making is up to you, because you will be having your own management. So you can take up the decision. If you want to implement something new, you can you can introduce something new into the existing product line or services. So that's the difference between licensing and franchising. Then comes the foreign assembly. You can go for subsidiary companies. So parent company will be here, but you can go for subsidiary companies. You can have it in international locations, or you can go for a local assembly. Um, like I can best say is the agreement between the Toyota company and the chassis company from Greece. You might have heard about this. This is like actually a famous story. So while Toyota, they planned to introduce a new series of automobile, like the car Suprema. That was their plan. I think in 2009 or 10, I think so. So when they planned to introduce a new range of cars, Suprema, so they have outsourced the manufacturing of the chassis, no, which is the car's main part, chassis, which holds the engine. So the chassis and the engine, no, like it was processed and manufactured by a company called Chassisco in Greece. So they were supplying the required components, the chassis and other parts. the main parts, no, to the Toyota company in Japan. Okay, the materials used to come from there, but they had no like they had difference of opinion because of no like untimely uh, the just in time they didn't follow many things, no like was happening between these companies. There was miscommunication, communication was not clear, and they had some issues between them. But I took it as an example of foreign assembly because the main parts, no, the company, the original company, the Toyota company was in Japan. It was in Japan, but the assembly parts, no, the components, it was manufactured in another company in another international location, which is in Greece. And then after that, it has been, no, like transported, no, like to the company which is in Japan, the Toyota company which is in Japan. So local assembly, no, doing some local assembly or no, like giving something, no, like outsourcing your part of your business operations, no, to a foreign company. So that also is a best entry strategy to go globally. Okay, so then we are going to know like quickly discuss about other strategies to go internationally. Turnkey operations, you're no like acquiring a technology or a staff to run your business operation here. So once the technology or the project or that is done, they hand over the project to you and they go back to their own country. So this is called turnkey operations. For example, when we planned to know, like India planned to know, like have this metro facility, the metro train facility in India, especially in the major cities, no, like Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Kochi, and Kolkata. This was something new for us. The concept, the technology was something new for us. So what we did was, the Indian government, especially the no, like the railway ministry, they had these Japanese engineers, no, like who had already worked with the bullet train concept and the metro train concepts in Japan. So and no, like few engineers from Germany, no, they were called over here. They were invited to India. So those engineers came over here. They analyzed the topography of our Indian metro cities like Kochi and like Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad. So these metro cities, India, Mumbai, Pune, they saw the diversification, they saw the metros. I mean, they saw the topography. They listed out the challenges of constructing a metro line, and so they were staying here for some time. They know like helped us with their intelligence. They helped us with their knowledge, their ideas, and the few components, no, which was used for no to manufacture those. Locomotives, no, so that was no like contributed by them. We paid them, no, like as a government, no, like we have paid them. So once the project was over, when no the metro was successfully first time when it was not successfully launched in Kolkata. So once that is done, they handed over the project and they know like they went back to the country. So this is called a no like a turnkey operation. So this also comes under international business. So by this, through this turnkey operations, you can acquire the uh, foreign resources for some time, not for permanently, but for some time. So if you're acquiring those foreign resources permanently, it becomes a global HR concept, right? Or it becomes a no like trade concept. I mean the contract trade concept. But it is just like no, it's for some time only, a brief period of time. So we acquire the resources, make the operations work out here, make the processes here. Then once that is done, we know like give back them or no like they go back to their own country. So this is a turnkey operation. Then foreign production subsidiary, that is no like the manufacturing. For example, the export brands, no, like Levi's and some international brands like say denim. Where it is manufactured in India, it is manufactured in South India. Actually, these brands, no, they have outsourced their manufacturing to India. Okay, so the few no like cities, remote cities in South India, here, I know, like Bangalore or Tirupur, which is very near to Coimbatore. So here we have enough manufacturing units which are manufacturing the export brands, these export brands, and they are exporting to these foreign locations. So even you can even you can outsource only the manufacturing operations to a foreign country, and that is also a way to go international. Then foreign production subsidiary, the purpose of production. So why it is being produced there? Because no, the availability of raw materials, the proximity to the materials which is required for the production is closely located. So that's why you go for the foreign location and make the the manufacturing or the processing in that foreign location. And going for international firms, like taking up a significant portion in the equity, investing in the foreign firm, foreign company, and investing in their subsidiaries, or investing in a few of their operations or business ideas. So in that way also, international business is possible. And going for multinational corporation, so already they will be having a corporate office in their home country. Take IBM, or no, like Microsoft, or take our own TCS, Wipro, Infosys. We have corporate offices here in our home country, but still these companies have their foreign locations as well in another host countries. So these are multinational corporations. So this is also a way to go international. Then comes the joint venture. The best example always I would say is like Maruti and Suzuki, Maruti Suzuki. So Maruti from India, Suzuki from Japan. So jointly they started off with Maruti Suzuki. So that's again going global. You can have like many such examples like we do have here. And foreign direct investments, so arrangement in which the firm buys or establishes tangible assets here, and it is always located in another country, and through direct investment. Let's take say Microsoft. The Microsoft like has they have their operations in India in main cities. Like they are in Mumbai, they are in Chennai, and they are in Hyderabad. Okay, so what do they do? So they come here, they select a place, they select a building, they select their the place location for their operations. So they always rent it. They don't buy the asset here. They never buys asset here. They always take lease of the building location, or they take rent of that particular infrastructure. So they operate there. They acquire the resources, that is the human resources, like locally. There is no within India. They like acquire the resources, work resources, the manpower, and they transfer their technology, they teach their technology, they teach their working strategy and everything. So they give employment to the like the talented people here, and they pay their salaries. They pay their salaries from their for no from their own currency. So foreign exchange is also happening. So these are the arrangements which comes under foreign direct investment. And like they can even buy a company stock in capital market. So international business approaches are there: ethnocentric approach, polycentric, regiocentric, and geocentric. Let's have a quick look at what are these approaches. So ethnocentric, under this approach, the target market is own country. So within their ethnicity, within their own country they operate. Excessive production will export due to change in customer taste and preferences. So their organizational structure will be like this. So there will be a managing director ahead, and under the managing director, there will be different departmental managers, and under departmental managers there will be like assistant managers for each zone. So usually the company which is operating under ethnocentric approach, so this will be their organizational structure. Then comes the polycentric approach. So under this approach, the companies customizes the marketing mix to meet the taste, performance, and needs of the customers of each international market. So in our local market, we may deal with like many marketing channels, right? We go online, we go offline, We go through retailers, we go through wholesalers, we go through distributors. That's how companies sell their products and services. But we go to international, say I have already established my company here in India. Now I'm planning to know like expand my business. I'm going to international market. But I don't want to invest in any infrastructure. I don't want to go for a foreign direct investment in another country, a host country. But still, I want to sell my products. So I can sell it online through Amazon. I can make a contract with Amazon. If my target country is no, like say England, so no, like I can make contract with Amazon. I ask Amazon no to sell my products no to customers in England. So under Amazon.uk, United Kingdom, no, my products will be sold there everywhere, no, like England, like Wales, and no, like the Scotland. My products will be sold there. So I choose only online marketing channel, no, to promote my brand, my product in an international location, which is no like UK. So this is a polycentric approach, and the organized structural structure. I mean, if I am running a big business, then my organizational structure would be so there will be a no like a top management, and then comes the no the managerial level of no like everything, and then comes the other things, the operational level. So could be an international location, right? For example, I will be operating from here. Say I am the managing director, so I will have a CEO or no a chief operational officer. So this chief operational officer will be in UK. Actually, no, the person will be UK because my target market is UK. Okay, so under the CEO or COO which I have in UK, whom I have in UK. So under that CEO, so another no like other managerial level workforce will be no like working. So that's how no I operate my business there. And then comes the regiocentric. That is, the company operating successfully in a foreign country thinks of exporting to other neighboring countries of the host country. So if England is my target, I'm not only targeting England, but I'm targeting the nearby neighboring countries as well. I'm targeting Wales, I'm targeting Scotland, I'm targeting Ireland. Maybe I may be targeting, no, like the nearest European countries as well. France, I could target. Netherlands, I could target. Yes. So this is a regio because I'm covering the complete region, the European region. No, I'm trying to cover. So this is the no the strategy. So at this stage, the concerned subsidiary considers the regional environment because they have their own laws, right? Because if I have to know like trade with the United Kingdom, the foreign exchange would be in sterling pounds. But if I want to know like trade with the European countries, the foreign exchange will be in euros. So the regional environment, such as laws, culture, policies for formulating policies and strategies. And how will be the organizational structure in different locations? So if I'm targeting UK, in UK there will be no like in different locations of UK. There is no one in Wales, one marketing manager in Wales, one marketing manager in Scotland, one marketing manager in Ireland. So that's how no I will cover. And finally, okay, sorry, I think okay, fine. So the last one is geocentric, so the geocentric approach. So under geocentric approach, yes, the company analyzes the taste, preferences, and needs of the customers in all the foreign markets because geographically I'm targeting all the foreign markets and then adopts a standardized marketing mix for all the foreign markets. For example, take no like uh, any product no which comes in a standardized format for all the global customers. Like say the Apple products are no like a standardized, right? They are standardized. They all over the world, no, they have the same pattern, same standard. There is no difference in their features, or there is no difference in their no like the way it looks like their aesthetics. There is no difference at all. The product is no unique, and the product is the same for all the foreign market. For example, other examples, let's see. Coca-Cola adopted this strategy by selling its popular soft drink with the same content, same packaging, branding, advertisement themes worldwide. And another example is Whirlpool. So they have designed a world washer, that is small, stripped down automatic washing machines for Mexico, Brazil, and India. But however, it modified products for it Indian market to wash the delicate saris because it's very delicate and no like it couldn't be washed along with other the textiles, right? So how the organizational culture will be? The main headquarters will be in the home country, and the other operational offices will be in different countries. So advantages we have already seen: faster growth for your organization, for your company, and access to like cheaper inputs. We can't say cheaper, but we can say economical inputs. So for example, if the manpower acquisition is highly costly, it's very costly in India, I can acquire from from my neighboring countries, from Bangladesh or from Nepal or from Sri Lanka. I can acquire like manpower. So access to economical inputs is possible. Increased quality and efficiency because you acquire their the way of operations, their strategies, their technology, the knowledge. So you will have acquisition to them. You will have the this thing to them. So efficiency of your business improves. So new market opportunities are always there, but again, competition will be very high. And through IB, international business, your business can go for diversification. So finally, let's discuss about the problems. So what are the problems in going international? Political factors. When Justin Trudeau's government was there in Canada, so the diplomatic relationships between India and Canada was not good. So we had some, disadvantages. We had some economical, the trade issues that was happening, and the ties were about to. Actually, it was cut down for some time. The economical ties, it was cut down for some time. Diplomats were sent back to their home country. Indian diplomat in Canada was sent back to India, and Canadian diplomat in India was sent back to Canada. So political reasons, that maybe if the diplomatic relationship between two countries is not good, so obviously there will be a problem. And if your company is operating in that country, it would be a problem. Then high foreign investments and costs, obviously it will happen if you're planning to expand your business in the international location. And exchange instability, because not the exchange, foreign exchange, it's not constant, right? It keeps on changing. So every day, the fluctuation is happening. Sometimes it will rise, sometimes it will lower. So exchange instability is always there. And the entry requirements will be sometimes very strict. Now we have this US entry no requirements are very strict nowadays, right? They have when Trump's government has taken over, it has launched very strict tariff policies and not only with India, but with almost every country, even with their neighboring countries like Mexico and Canada. They have very strong uh, limitations they have come up with. So entry requirements, it's going to be a challenge. And tariffs, quota, it keeps on changing. Sometimes it may become so higher, making an international business a risk factor. And corruption and bureaucracy, mostly this happens in underdeveloped countries or developing countries. So there is also a constraint. And technological policy, for example, if we are trading with say China, we have a close trade with China. Not all the technology we use here is accepted in China, and few technologies we have banned in India. The technologies which are used in China, we have banned in India, right? So technological policy also creates a constraint sometimes. And finally, quality management. If it is your home country, you can easily monitor the process. Even if your branch office is in Bombay or in Mumbai or is in Delhi or is in Himachal Pradesh, easily accessible, right? You can go over to that location, you can monitor the quality, the concept, and everything. But if it is in foreign location, it's not always possible because uh, I mean, going to a foreign location, monitoring the process and coming back. No, that's not feasible actually. So quality, maintaining the quality or maintaining the in the process or the product or whatever the business operations, so which is not under our control, it could be a limitation sometimes. I have listed down few international organizations, no, which promotes international businesses. So you can take a look on it. I will quickly give the names. So GATT, General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. We have no organization called GATT. So it is an international organization formed to reduce or eliminate tariff and other barriers to international trade. And you can see, sometimes the world political leaders will meet somewhere in an international location. It would be called as GATT conference, GATT conference. They will try to convince the host country to reduce the tariff rates and everything. And then comes the international monetary funds, which helps businesses, which helps the uh, governments, no, of specific countries, no, to promote the international trade. And the World Bank helps in, no, like lending money to underdeveloped and developing countries for developing trades. And other economic communities like World Trade Organization, European Community, North American Free Trade Agreement called NAFTA. So they also promote international businesses. And finally, Asian Free Trade Agreement called AFTA. So yes, we have come to the end of the session. I think I have covered the maximum ideas, points about international business. So I'll be here for another 1 or 2 minutes. If you have any doubts, you can ask. No doubts? Okay. So, okay then, we will meet another time. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Thank you all for participating.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.